All right, everybody, join me today as I can a bunch of chicken. This is one of my favorite preservation methods because it lasts a really long time and it's just cooked so perfectly for soups or chicken salad. That's what I usually use it for, or a quick meal. All you gotta do is pop it open and toss it in your pot. It's really easy. So here is how I make canned chicken. First things first, I always wash my mason jars with hot soapy water to get them clean. You can run them through the dishwasher if you'd like, but this saves on time. Then we sanitize the mason jars upside down on a cookie sheet for 10 to 15 minutes at 225 degrees. Then I fill my canner with 2 to 3 inches of water and place it on the stove top at a low temperature, just to get things warmed up. And I clean my lids and rings by soaking them in hot soapy water while I'm prepping everything. Once those are done sanitizing, pop them out of the oven and turn them over using gloves because they're super hot. I've made that mistake before. So we are using a raw pack recipe, which means we're just putting raw meat into these mason jars. I like to cut mine up in chunks just so that I can fit as much as possible, leaving 1-inch headspace. The chicken really cooks down and shrivels up, leaving a lot of space and liquid in the jars, so feel free to pack as tightly as possible. At this point, you can add a teaspoon of salt per quart or half a teaspoon of salt per pint, or any seasonings and spices you want to add. Once the lids are rinsed, I use a damp cloth to wipe the rims of the jar and then place the lids on. Then placing one finger on the center of the lid and using my other hand, I tighten the rings finger tight. I used to kind of stress about this part, but as long as the rings are threaded properly, I think you're in good shape. Now that my jars are ready, I place a rack at the bottom of my canner and start loading in the chicken. Now everybody has a different canner, so I implore you to seek out your user manual before you cook anything. This is a pretty serious process and we do not want to accidentally cut any corners. I'm rolling with an all-American canner, which requires oiling at the top before you put the lid on. So like I said, check out your user manual and see what you got going on. Now that the lid's on tight, we can turn the canner up on high until we get a steady stream of steam rolling out. Then we put our weight on. Bone-in chicken takes 75 minutes, while bone-out takes 90 minutes, so I rolled with 90 minutes just to be sure since I have both. Once it's done cooking and the temperature gauge reads 0, I take the lid off and I start unpacking my chicken. I put it on a towel on the countertop for about 24 hours to completely cool and seal. And then I have shelf-stable chicken that will last me up to 3 years. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, subscribe for more homesteading content.